What's up, whistleblowers? It's a spiritual whistleblower here with another IGTV video about narcissistic personality disorder or how to overcome narcissistic abuse. In this video, I want to discuss why do exes create fake pages to spy, to stalk, and keep tabs on you on social media. What is the purpose of them doing that, and how should you handle it? Especially if you were in a relationship with a very abusive individual and you managed to escape. And it was not easy, okay? When you're dealing with a narcissist or a sociopath, these people, not only are they very difficult to deal with in a relationship, they have you jumping through hoops. They got you serving them like you're their personal fucking slave. Taking your money. Not reciprocating the love and the things that you do for them willingly. The cheating. The falsely accusing you of cheating because they're guilty of being in the streets cheating behind your back. The need to, God, they're so abusive. You got to walk on eggshells. Let's see, what else? Sleep deprivation. They deliberately start arguments at night to prevent you from sleeping, or they'll wake you up in the middle of the night and start a fucking argument over nothing. Sleep deprivation is a form of abuse. And it does do internal physical damage to the brain. For those of you that don't know, sleep deprivation it's abuse. And it does have long-term lasting effects on your body. Very sickening. When you sit there and you look back and you analyze everything that you've gone through with this abusive individual, it's really sickening, y'all. They do so much damage. Physically, emotionally, internally, psychologically, and unfortunately, in a lot of cases, physically. The bruising, the broken bones, the verbal abuse, the name calling. All you do is serve to please. They've trained you to be their personal slave. And the more that you give and do for these ungrateful ass motherfuckers, the more abusive, demanding, controlling they become. And the whole time, they're fucking someone behind your back. And they're not making the person they're cheating on you with doesn't have to go through the bullshit you're going through. They're just fucking this person. They're having a good old time and treating this person better while you're at home behind closed doors dealing with the real shit. Listen, when you escape this type of abusive relationship, and I mean escape, I mean shut it down, deny this person access to your life permanently. And I don't mean, listen, while you're in that relationship, you verbally, how many times have you verbally tried to have a discussion? Listen, this what you're doing to me is hurting me. Listen, can you go back to being romantic? Can you go back to being the man you was in the very beginning that wined and dined me, that bought me flowers, that was sweet, and stood up for me and showed me off to the world and just stayed consistent? Can you go back to being that person? Y'all, when you preach and preach, listen, when you're in that relationship and you're preaching and preaching to them and you're threatening to leave them if they don't get their act together, they don't take you serious. They will not take you serious because in their minds, they believe they control you, they own you, you're their personal slave, you're their property for the rest of eternity. So they even though you're saying, I'm going to leave you and you need to change, you need to do this, you're bringing me heartache, you're hurting me, I'm tired of being miserable, I'm tired of walking on eggshells, you got me over here sitting here drinking wine because I can't go out with my friends, you got me isolated, I can't dress the way I want, I'm not sleeping right at night, my sleep patterns are all fucked up because you start arguments and you force me to have sex when I'm not in the mood to have sex because you done drained my energy, you done called me names, I'm walking around miserable and depressed. They just don't fucking get it. When you try to have an adult conversation, remember the narcissist is emotionally immature. We're talking about a toddler, a 3-year-old toddler trapped in an adult body. They have not developed emotionally. When they were children, their abusive parents did not acknowledge their emotional needs. They deprived them of their emotional needs. So now that they've grown up and become adults, they have no emotional empathy. They have no remorse. They don't respect people's boundaries. They're very cold-hearted and callous once they're done using you. Not an ounce of empathy. That's because in their childhood, their parents denied them emotional nurturing. When you train a child to grow up to be cold and callous and unremorseful and not to acknowledge or hold any accountability for when they've done wrong to people, you've created a narcissist. When you move on, finally, I mean, because it's like you're fighting for the death of, the death of things. You got to really fight to get out of this relationship, because even when they break up with you and they're sleeping with the next person and rubbing it in your face, they're still going to keep an eye on you to make sure you're emotionally stuck in the same place. Even though you're physically removed out of that relationship, they still want to keep a psychological hook into you. Because trust me, they're going to fuck up this new situation and they're going to circle back to see if you're still waiting on them as the backup plan. But when you move on and you cut ties, this individual is going to do everything in their power to stalk you. They create fake pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Cash App even. I've had it where a guy from my past, he hit me up on Cash App. He deposited a whole fucking $1 into my account just so I could get the notification. And I looked at the notification. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you fucking deposit $1? I didn't ask for the $1 to begin with, but he was so upset that I was ignoring him, he decided to deposit $1 into my Cash App account to get my attention in hopes that I would respond and call him. I ignored him. I would not accept the $1. I just would not respond. This is what these people do in times of desperation. They go on social media, they create fake profiles to spy, stalk, keep tabs. And, the reality is this: the better that you're doing without them, the happier. I'm going to tell you something. Once you get out this relationship and you begin to start healing and you get out and you get back to life and you get back on track to doing the things you love, you're cooking the foods that you love, and you're cooking when you get good and goddamn ready. No one's breathing down your fucking neck, to serve them and service them. And you're doing things the way you want, when you want, listen, you have peace. Peace is fucking priceless. You are no longer walking on eggshells. You are no longer subjecting yourself to hearing the verbal abuse, the name calling. You are no longer dealing with the gaslighting where they accuse you of being insecure after they done set the fucking trap. They set bait. They sit up and talk about their exes, their ex-baby mamas, who text them, who called them, who's flirting. They throw all this in your face just to watch you react so they can sit back and say, you're crazy and you're insecure. That's called gaslighting. Once you get away from this individual, you don't have to deal with that anymore. And guess what? The sleep deprivation, you're going to start sleeping better. You will have some nightmares about this person, because your body is going through a detoxification. Okay, remember, when you've been around a demonic, abusive individual, you've exchanged not only have you exchanged sexual fluid, you have exchanged sexual energies with this person. So all their nasty energy has been dumped into you because you've had unprotected sex with this person. This person might have given you an STD. This person might have given you a bacterial vaginosis because he was cheating with someone else behind your back, and he brought that person's bacteria and pushed it up inside of your vagina. Your body has to have time, and I mean time enough to detox and expose spiritual, emotional, physical, psychological. You have to go through a straight cleansing and detox of this person out of your life. And energetically, you have to cut energetic cords, because this person, you are soul tied to this person. You are trauma bonded. You got to break all of that. It's like washing a nasty funk off your body. You got to get that nasty, funky residue that this person has deposited into your body and all over your skin and in your soul and in your spirit. You got to scrub and get that off. So they see you shining. They see you moving on. They see that you are content. You are back to life, back to normal. You're exercising. You're eating. You're sleeping better. You're transitioning back to a time where you had peace. And you were not allowing anyone to disrupt your peace. Even if it means being single, you are at peace. You call the shots of your life. Your house, your apartment, your home is peaceful and quiet. There's no one yelling at you. There's no one falsely accusing you of doing things you've never done. It's not in your character. There's no one putting their hands on you. There's no one placing demands on you. There's no one stealing from you. There's no one using your money, your car. There's no one, cheating. And listen, that disgusting funk of a mess is out of your life. So now that this person has lost control of you, all he can do is jump on social media to spy and stalk. And truth be told, if he's with somebody else, he's not happy with this person. Because I can assure you, I can guarantee this person that he's currently with is unaware that he's spying on you behind their back. And if he's really bold, he'll start liking your photos and commenting and sending you inbox messages. You want to know why he's doing that? He's doing that to get your attention, because he's too much of a pussy and a coward to man up and address you properly, to apologize for all the pain, the suffering, the disrespect, the lies, everything that he's put you through. He owes you a face-to-face fucking apology. But only a pussy-ass immature man will sit there and play tic-tac-toe and like multiple pictures and all that, trying to get your attention, because he wants to stay on your mind. He doesn't want you to forget him, because now you're doing well. Now you're happy. Now you're getting back to your life. You're like, fuck him. Fuck you, nigga. I don't need you. I got my life back. God saved me. God uprooted me out of that nasty, abusive situation. Now I'm back to life. Now I'm back to normal. And he knows that. He don't want you to forget about him. He don't want you to move on. And he's stuck in this situation with this nasty ass hoe that he cheated on you with. He's not happy with her. So he's creeping behind her back, playing tic-tac-toe on your Instagram and liking your Facebook post. And he just doesn't want you to forget about him. So he wants to stay on your mind. A coward, a pussy-ass insecure coward, because a real man handles his business and he apologizes like a man, and he will make that initiative. He won't play peekaboo and tic-tac-toe and like your post in hopes that you'll pick up the phone and contact him and start a conversation. Leave that fuckboy in your past. Block, ignore, delete. Y'all have a blessed day.